The quick answer is because his hour had not yet come. These scriptures are so interesting. If you've read the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, when you get to John, you'll see it's completely different. The others were written maybe around 70, 80, and just 30 years later, when John writes the Gospel, there's speech after speech that Jesus gives that cannot be found in any of the other Gospels. So clearly, by the time of Jesus in John's Gospel, the theology of the church was becoming super, super, super clear. There's no doubt in John's Gospel that we're talking about a triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. There's no doubt. In the other Gospels, maybe there's a hint of it, but he comes straight out. Even the opening of the Gospel, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word took on human flesh and was born among us, etc. So here we have in John's Gospel today this incredible speech, one of many that Jesus gives, and he's claiming to be the Son of God, but more than that, he even equates himself as God, because those two words, when he says, before Abraham came to be, I am, it's reminiscent of the story of Moses when he went up the mountain to meet God in the burning bush, and when after God spoke to him and said, I want you to go free my people from slavery, from Egypt, from the Pharaoh. And Moses asked God what his name was, because, you know, who you are is your authority. For example, if someone didn't recognize you, but you were, I don't know, say the chief of police, and so they came up to you and said, who are you? And he said, I'm Chief so-and-so. You say, oh my God, it's Chief of Police. So the name, just knowing the name gives power. So when God said, I am, to Moses, it wasn't really a name. It was more a statement of his almighty power. I am. That's enough. I am. I exist. I'm everything. And so when Jesus says those same words that God said in the burning bush, the Jews picked up stones and rocks to throw at him and kill him. Now, with the same kind of authority, God speaks in the first reading from the book of Genesis and is speaking to Abraham, saying, listen, I'm going to make a covenant with you, and this covenant is going to be forever. This covenant will bind me to you and you to me. You need to observe my commands, but I will make you a mighty nation. For generations, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren, all of them will belong to this covenant and will experience my promise and my love. Both of these readings today are setting us up so beautifully for Holy Week and for the reading of the Passion on Sunday, because you know, the scandal is that happens after we hear Jesus say this, I am. I'm the Son of God. And this is what happens to the Son of God. So today, being set up for this, we're asked to appreciate who Jesus is in these scriptures, but also, and even more importantly, in our own life. You see, because we're the beneficiaries of that covenant with Abraham, and Jesus, who he didn't just say we have a covenant of God's promises of love. He says he's our Father. When you pray to him, say, our Father. What a gift that we've been given through Jesus. Not only does he identify with God, he is God, but he teaches us and proclaims to us that we are sons of God and daughters of God too.